Today is going to be one of those videos that I am just coming off of the top of the mind on, but that I have thought about in terms of my decision concerning the content that I'm going to talk to you about. And to an extent, this is something that has been a long time coming. And we have now walked over the precipice. And it's a sad day, a little bit, over here on RPG Elite. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. So in order to lay this out, we're not going to do, I'm doing no editing for today's video. So we're just going to do it with small cuts or maybe a couple transitions, and that's about it, just to keep it clean. But let's lay out the foundation of the RPG Elite network and how we operate. So we have 4 pillars by which we focus on here on this channel. We focus on alternative genre tabletop RPGs, classic tabletop RPGs, which is 20 years or older. We focus on, of course, the RPG Elite philosophy, which is our proprietary approach and mindset towards tabletop RPGs. And we focus on family-friendly board games and tabletop RPGs. And within the mix of that, we tell you about tools, and we give you tips, and we give you tutorials, and all these things based around really those 4 pillars. And there are companies that we refuse to cover. And that's why you always hear me say the game I refuse to mention by name on this channel. I've said before that there are 7 reasons why I won't mention them on this channel, why I'll never do a game, that game, and all of that. I'll never do it. And it's because we have a certain standard. And the one thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to politicize things. I don't want to talk about ideology. I don't want to talk about sexuality and all that. None of that stuff really adds to the spirit of what tabletop RPG should be about, which should be adventures and great stories and camaraderie and teamwork. It has nothing to do with that. It does nothing to promote those things, which is really why people get together at the table. It has been within the last decade or so, give or take, that we have seen a malaise of nonsense that has just got injected into the hobby. And individuals who have framed this as something that's good. So there's a whole lot of virtue signaling going on concerning these things, which actually damage the tabletop RPG space. But one of the other things that damages the tabletop RPG space is the politicizing of things. And in the culture that we live in today, and in the society we live in today, that has become so volatile that people say the most egregious and depraved things about other people simply because they have a differing viewpoint politically. So that is why RPG Elite, this network, we stay away from companies who do that stuff, who actively hate their customers and politicize things, or are nothing but ideologues or anything like that. And they don't keep it about just playing the game. They don't keep it about the spirit of tabletop RPGs, adventure, and like I say, camaraderie, and all these great themes of great stories like redemption and courage and honor and all these things that are hard to find sometimes in the real life which we live. And what they want to do is they want to take these negative aspects and want to inject it into tabletop RPGs and in the tabletop RPG space. and they want to kill our mental vacation that we're trying to go on and get away from that stuff. They want to bring that baggage into tabletop RPGs. And then they want to, again, frame this and virtue signal like this is a good thing. It's not. It damages the hobby, and it's continued to damage the hobby. It has fractured the tabletop RPG community and culture, and it's why I avoid it like the plague. That's why you don't hear me talking about drama and all the rest of this stuff. That I don't do the culture, you know, what's going on in the, I just don't do that. There's so much of that around. I want to focus on how can we create great stories together as gamers in the tabletop RPG community, and the great games that are being created, that are out there and have been created. Well, there has been a game, I should say, that I've been promoting on this channel. And I should say it's not just a game, but it is a company. I have promoted their products on this channel. And do not get me wrong, I have seen this coming. I saw this coming years ago, actually. But I was giving them grace, giving them the benefit of the doubt. They hadn't crossed the line yet, but they were right up next to it. And I follow these companies. That's why, just an FYI, if I'm not covering a game by a certain company, it's not that I don't know that the company exists, and it's not that I don't know their games. It's because of either some politicizing, or there being ideologues, or, you know, bringing in all this other nonsense into it that, okay, we're not about that. Not about that at all. So that's why I don't cover them. Or it could be that I don't have any physical product, and one of the things about what we do here is that it's just one of the new things really this year is that I just don't cover any games that I don't have in my hands. Physical products is what I need in order to make an entire video about it. I do not cover games as just PDFs. I'm not doing that. Let me tell you, and let me keep it 100. Y'all have to have some skin in the game. Okay, so you need to take the risk of sending a book to me on whether or not I should cover it. And if you want to send a PDF first to see if it's something I will cover and I can look it over, fine, and then you can send it later. But I'm still at a place to where I set the schedule. It might be a long time before I get to those things. But there are companies that, regardless of that, I'm still not covering anything by them because of the stances that they take and the things that they've said just about people who play the game. Horrible things, like horrible things. And this is supposed to be a place where it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a place where we, you know, together we create these stories. We have camaraderie, we have connection, we have community. It's supposed to be about that, but they have made it about something else entirely. It's this kind of narcissistic, Machiavellian, psychopathic, sociopathic agenda that they just can't let go of. And I don't understand this. I do not understand this. However, well, I understand it, but I don't understand it. You know what I mean? However, that's on them. And the companies that want to do that, they can do that. And the company I'm talking about that I used to promote but will no longer be promoting their products in the RPG Elite Network, that includes a newsletter or a website, or, you know, here on the channel, or any of my other little side social places like on X or Facebook or anything like that. It has come to an end. And that relationship is with Monty Cook Games. And it's sad. And, you know, I just don't understand why it just can't be about just the game. I do, but I don't. You understand? So just to let you know, I've already written them. It's the first thing that I did. So I had made the decision quite a while back, and there had been some other people, more than a couple people, who have shown up in my comments saying things about the company. And I, again, give them grace, give them the benefit of the doubt, but I saw some things over on their website just recently that just kind of, okay, we're done. Now, I'm not saying that they can't do that. It's their company. They can do whatever they want to do with their company. But in the same token, so can I. And being a content creator, you know, every company has values. Apparently that's their values, and that's what they want to promote. Okay, fine. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do that. So it's come to a point to where our values are clashing. And let me repeat myself. They can do whatever they want to do. It's their company. If this is the direction that they want to go and they want to politicize things and they want to, okay, that's all right. That's on you. I'm not saying that they can't do that. Go ahead. I'm just saying that I don't have to promote any of those products. And I don't want that. I think that just is killing the tabletop RPG space when companies do that. So I just won't have anything to do with them and we'll move on. And it's not like I'm going to be hurting for content, because I'm sitting over here looking at other games, Fragging Unicorn games. I think it's Autark. And we got We Can Be Heroes, which I just recently did. Just got something from Odin's Key with the new Indominant, which is having a backer kit come out here soon. And I also have some other stuff, you know, like Frag Unicorn and Yellow Hand and just all these other, I have content. So content's not the issue. It's just sad that I have to make this, but I wanted this to be as amicable as possible. You know, people do this stuff and then they you know, they get all bent out of shape and whatever. It's like, okay, relax. All right, just relax. You know, it's not all that. It's water off a duck's back for me. And I just simply did this video because somebody's going to ask. Somebody's going to ask, why aren't you doing any videos from them anymore? And I'm going to be like, I don't do any Money Cook Games videos. I don't want to have to explain it every time. So this is the reference video for that. So going forward, what this will look like is that I will not actively promote any of their products, meaning that all the links that I have for their products and everything, I'm going to be taking those down. And any new products that they have or anything like that, I'm not going to ask for it or anything like that. We're going to keep this low key. But I will fulfill my word on the products that they sent me, and they sent this stuff to me quite a while ago before they stepped over the precipice. So you might see one more video, because I probably am going to take all 3 of those products that I have and do one video. And if I can't do that, then I am still going to make videos for those products, because again, that was beforehand. So I'm going to fulfill my word on that. But going forward, it just, none of the new stuff and none of that, that's not going to happen. Or even none of their older stuff that I might have wanted to have done another video about. I'm not doing that. We're just not doing anything. And this doesn't mean that the games, their products have magically become bad. They haven't. Numenera, Cypher System, great games. I'm still going to say that they're good games, right? I mean, I can give credit to where credit is due. I just have to be on your bandwagon in terms of the direction that you're going. And the one thing that I don't want, because again, I've been trying to keep this as amicable as I've possibly been able to. It's like, as I mentioned, I've already sent them an email, so they know what's up. They're not going to say anything, but they know what's up. They know why. I'm telling them the same thing. I told them the same thing that I'm telling you in this video, but they should find out about it first. They shouldn't find out about it in a video. So I just wrote them an email, just pretty much outlining everything that I'm saying here. But the thing I don't want you to do, and the thing I don't want you to do, I don't want you to go over there, and I don't want you to, and I know you guys wouldn't do that, but there might be some people who might want to go over there and don't do that. Don't go over there, say nothing or whatever. Again, we're going to keep this cool. We're going to keep this real cool. And I would love to, you know, for them to, you know, like stop doing this stuff and then just keep it about the games and come back and begin to cover the game again, their games again, you know? So this is not like once and for all and forever. It's if you are on this train right here and this is the direction that you're going, then I'm jumping off. But as soon as you divert your direction to somewhere else, like just keeping it about the games, hey, I'm jumping right back on and I'm going there with you. So that's where we stand on that, folks. And that's sad. You know, I don't like making videos like this. I really don't. This is not something I like, but I just wanted to be transparent with you guys so you guys will know what's up. And I wanted to be cordial with them because they've been cool to me. And I wanted to keep this, like I said, this separation as amicable as I possibly could. All right, folks. Well, I don't know how much value you got out of this video, but if you got anything from the video, if you want to, just go ahead and tap that like button, just a little kind. And also, this is a video that is different. And we normally talk about the tabletop RPGs and keep it on, you know, we keep it on task, talking about tabletop RPGs and tools and tips and tutorials, and sometimes real talk like this video. But I really like to stay in, you know, just geeking out about tabletop RPGs. So if you are cool with that and you like that kind of stuff and you like that kind of content, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. All right, so I am going to give you a question of the vid because this is something that has just infected the tabletop RPG space for the last decade or so, like I said earlier. What do you think about my decision to do this? Right, wrong, indifferent? I'm not changing my mind. But I am curious about what you think about it. Let me know down in the comments. I want to hear from you. And again, just to keep this, you know, on the level, you know, nobody's hating on one another or nothing crazy like that. I don't do that stuff. That's why, you know, I stay away from that drama and like Twitter wars and all the rest of that stupid stuff. I don't do that stuff. Okay? It's a waste of my time. You know, I want to keep it about tabletop RPGs. And so we're going to get right back on that. I mean, shoot, just because of this video, I'm going to have to do another one just to lift my spirits. Yeah, this one was kind of, it's a little despondent. All right, y'all, that's it for me. That means I got to do my snaggle push.
So exit, stage left.
Hey, if you got a game going on this week, happy gaming. I pray it is an RPG Elite session. So until next time, I got another video for you. And it is a little deeper, just like this one. But you can watch that. And until then, God willing, it's your boy, Servant, saying, peace 5,000 Leets. I am gone.